Welcome again to another session from Compassionate Health Initiatives, a moment where we want to share and give you information about your health. And today we're going to talk about immunity, vaccinations, inoculations, and why. Why should we talk about those things, or why should we get those things? There's been a lot of talk, especially now with COVID, about vaccinations. We want to give you the facts, bring it to you today, and ask you to take action when vaccinations come up. But what is a vaccination? Ellen, help us out. What is a vaccination?
Thanks for the question, Steve. In general, a vaccination, or sometimes referred to as an immunization, is an agent that is introduced into your body, the human body, to help induce an immune response. And just to try and break that down further, your body has the capability to fight off infections, and it does this through the immune system, which is like the body's defense mechanism, the defense system. So an immunization will help your body fight off the infection because it triggers the defense system and puts it on alert, so that if it is introduced to, if there is an attack from an infection, let's say some kind of strange bacteria or any other organism that comes into the body to try and fight it, the immunization that was introduced into the body had already alerted the defense system, and the defense system is ready to fight the infection.
Thank you, Ellen, for that explanation of what a vaccination is. Now, if once I get the vaccination, how does it work in my body, Ellen?
So there's two main types of immunizations. There is the live immunization, or the live vaccine, and then there's the inactivated or the inactive vaccine. The live vaccine takes a small portion of that organism that is supposed to be causing the disease or the illness in the body. They weaken that vaccine to a level where it in small amounts it should not trigger an illness, but it still triggers the immune response that you're looking for, and that is then introduced into the body. The inactive form or the inactivated vaccines usually take probably some element of the organism that is not disease causing, but enough to create an immune response, and that is what is then introduced in the body. Your immune system will put up a fight against the immunization, assuming it was fighting off the infection, and your immune system then creates memory of those cells, and that is what helps you fight off the infection should you be introduced to the disease-causing agent at a later time. I hope that helps to explain what your body's doing with the immunization that's given to you.
Thank you, Ellen. That really helps. That encourages me, because now I know what the vaccination does for me. But still, I'm wondering, why should I get immunized? Why should my family get immunized? Bob, can you help me understand why?
Thank you so much, Steve. That's quite an appropriate question to ask. Why get a vaccine? Why try to get into all this? So one, I want to look at it in terms of being a preventative healthcare. So it's part of being proactive, basically creating a safety measure. Basically, you're creating a fence around your health to protect you from getting diseases. So one aspect is just preventative health. It's good for you just to protect you from getting those diseases. My second point, why you need to get a vaccine, is basically to help prevent the spread or total eradication of communicable diseases. So these are diseases that can spread from one person to another. So if you get a vaccine, then you help prevent that spread, because you won't get you have a limited chance of getting the disease, and therefore you won't be able to spread it to somebody else. Diseases like polio have been eradicated just because people use vaccines effectively and it's no longer a disease in the world. The third point is basically if you're unlucky and you get the disease itself that you got the vaccine for or the immunization for, then you will get a milder version or you'll have mild symptoms and also a shortened duration of the disease itself. So if the disease was supposed to last about 5 days, you might get 3 days of symptoms, and then you heal or you get better sooner than later if you didn't get the vaccine. The other one is just what Ellen did specify and talk to at length, building a specific immune response to a specific disease. So this is just having specific fighter cells that will fight a specific disease, a specific virus, or specific bacteria. It's different from a generalized immunity. It's different from just, hey, I'm going to take the vitamins, I'm going to, exercise, I'm going to sleep well, and that will build my general immune system. No, these are specific to a specific disease. Lastly, but not least, I think this is one of the things that I think is more important, especially in the age of coronavirus, is that it's the right thing to do. It's basically you trying to protect, the vulnerable in your community, trying to protect, the young ones, the ones that don't have a well-developed immune system because they're young. Usually those are 6 months, less than 6 months old, and also the older folks, those that are 65 and above, their immune system are reduced. And also the in-between, so that might not be young, they might not be old, but they have some pre-existing conditions that make them vulnerable to these diseases. So when you get a vaccine, you help protect them. That's kind of like a role that you're playing in preventing disease in your community. I hope that answers the question as to why you need to get a vaccine. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Bob. That is wonderful. Hey, good people, now we know what vaccines are. The vaccine is a defense system. How does it work? It introduces a mild form of the disease into our bodies. Why should we get vaccinated? To protect me, to protect my family, and to protect those around us. As in Compassionate Health Initiatives, we want you to have better health, to prevent yourself from getting sick. So get vaccinated. Always remember, the best time to go see a doctor is before you're sick. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.